I'm Dylan, the product manager of Dekoni Audio. Today, we're going to do another episode of Dekoni U. Have you ever tried to describe how your headphones sound and found yourself at a loss for words? Or perhaps you watched reviewers describe headphones with colorful language that left you scratching your head. Articulating our perceptions, and more specifically sound, can be a very difficult task. To one person, the terms crisp or mushy can mean something completely different than to someone else. That is why the audio industry has come up with descriptive words to help create a common understanding of ways to describe sound. So with the introduction of our new video series, How to Listen Like an Audiophile, we're going to go over a few descriptive words that are commonly used in the industry. We'll also explore subtopics in the near future, such as different types of equipment, reproducing high-fidelity sound, understanding certain frequency ranges, and more. If being an audiophile, or even just someone who's well-versed in headphones and the art of listening is something that interests you, then keep watching. This will not only give you a better understanding of various audio jargon and terminology, but it can also help you with critical listening skills. Before we dive into some of the most common descriptive words for describing sound, it is important to note that regardless of what the terms actually mean, some people may prefer how muddy or forward-sounding headphones sound. Just because there's a general consensus of what these words mean, it doesn't affect the way we hear headphones. They are simply there to help communicate our individual perceptions to other people. It's what allows headphone companies, like us, to make revisions, discuss new features, and better understand our customers. So now that you have an idea of the importance of using common words in the audio space, let's take a look at some of them. The first word we're going to talk about is Aery. If someone tells you these headphones sound airy, what does it mean? Well, airy is a word used to describe how the reproduction of sound sounds like it's coming through a large and open room. It feels as if there's a lot of space between your ears and the source of music. It can also be used to describe an emphasis on high-frequency content. Think of a wind on a cool, breezy day. Nice high-frequency content wisping by. The more emphasis on the upper treble, the more spacious and airy the instruments in your cans will sound. Airy sound is typically associated with open-back headphones. Open-back headphones are headphones that have built-in gaps in the outer housing of the ear cup. This allows air to pass through the ear cup and to the rear of the driver. Similar to airy, headphones that sound bright also relate to an emphasis on the higher frequency content. However, bright distinguishes itself from airy because a pair of headphones that sound bright can't have the same openness and spatial sense. Bright or brightness just simply means that there's a noticeable boost in the high mid to high frequencies. Many headphone enthusiasts enjoy bright headphones. However, if they're too bright, which involves an overemphasis or peaking in the music, those headphones could be taxing on the ear, causing ear fatigue. When you think of congestion, what pops up in your mind? Perhaps someone with a clogged up nose, and it's really hard to understand them clearly. Well, this is precisely similar to headphones that sound congested. Congestion typically means headphones with poor clarity. Congestion headphones lack good frequency layering and reproduction. They tend to have overlapping sounds that sound kind of nasally. There's usually an emphasis on the mid-range, leaving the highs and lows in the dark. Dynamics refers to the variation in volume between certain sounds in your headphones. When you hear dynamics, you think of contrast to volume. Headphones that have good dynamics means that they're able to reproduce a wide range of volumes. For example, if the song you're listening to has a section where certain instruments dip to a lower volume while other instruments increase in volume, headphones with good dynamics will be able to reproduce this in a clear and detailed way. The opposite of this word would be compressed. Compressed sounding headphones would instead have a poor sense of dynamic range, and you would hardly notice any variations between the high and low volumes because the volume is set at one level. Neutral is a word to describe headphones that have little to no bias towards certain frequencies. It refers to a sound where all frequency ranges, such as the low, mids, and highs, share equal emphasis. This word is similar to natural, which is used to describe how headphones give off a sense of realism to their listener. It makes you feel like you're listening to a real-life guitar as opposed to something that's been tampered with or processed. Neutral sounding headphones are used for a lot of different things. such as field recorders, on movie sets, or studio sound recordists. Essentially, anyone looking to capture the most neutral and natural sound before any creative work is done in post. The last couple of words we'll finish off today are wide and narrow. These words refer to the headphone soundstage. Soundstage refers to the three-dimensional space in which the headphones are able to reproduce. The three-dimensional space refers to the height, width, and depth of the music. It creates a sense of how far musical instruments and vocals are in the 3D space. Headphones with a wide soundstage allow the listeners to picture where certain instruments and vocals are perceived in a stage, creating a more realistic listening experience. So, if people describe headphones as being wide, the headphones have a large soundstage. Headphones that sound narrow mean that they have little to no soundstage, where instruments overlap each other and feel more compressed. A good example of headphones that have a wide soundstage is the Sennheiser HD800 headphones. The HD800 headphones are known for their exceptional width and depth of sound while maintaining exceptional clarity and quality. Alright guys, that is going to wrap today's video on common descriptive words for describing sound. We know that there are a large number of words we didn't cover in this video, such as imaging, sibilance, isolation, warmth, and many others. If we did, we'd be here all day. However, if you'd like to learn more about the vocabulary used by audiophiles, reviewers, and industry professionals, we'll leave a couple of links in the description below. With that said, be sure to like this video if you found it helpful, and make sure to subscribe for new videos in the future. We will be releasing more videos within our How to Listen Like an Audiophile series, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching.